Hello. That's right? Okay. So, first of all, I decided to include this. This is a little bit of the history of the marketing campaign in the city of Burgos. And why I put this, because it was done in the late 80s. It was because it was done by my father, and that's quite funny that the father was doing something about marketing. Yeah, you were very surprised. You didn't know that it was done by the marketing agency of my father. So it was done by him, and I do remember slightly helping him a little bit, giving him some ideas. So I had to take some pictures because we still have got this, and it was like, I think the first. He told me that it was the first marketing campaign already done in the city of Burgos, and it was like different objectives, but think that this is the 80s, so I was extremely young, of course. And, it was funny, it was only because I wanted to include this. Okay, next one. We jump into the 2000, and in terms of marketing, our picture changed completely. Why was that? Because hopefully we joined the Civitas project, and thanks to this project running from 2005 up to 2009, we could do lots of actions, implementation. I mean, you can see this city center completely pedestrianized. It's thanks to Civitas. You will see all these real-time panels thanks to Civitas. And in fact, that's what I wanted to tell you, that you could still see, for example, the Civitas logo in the bollards coming to the city center of Burgos, and or in some real-time panels in the public transport system. In that moment, 2006, we were absolutely a very, very innovative city with lots of new things, and we were on the top of the top of the top of any Spanish city. Right now, after 8 years, I have to say that other cities, they have implemented more or less things like we did in that moment, but think that we were the first Spanish city to implement a bike sharing system. Okay, it was in Burgos. There were some examples about accessibility. Those two, for example, they were quite appreciated by the European Commission. I do remember it was in 2007, something like that. Okay, next one. So, because the city really did a very strong promotion, a completely change of mind in terms of sustainable mobility. At that moment, the Lord Mayor decided to change completely the city in terms of mobility. So this is the local magazine done by the city council, and it was the first time that you could see the bike sharing system, bike lane, bus, people walking, or well, it was the idea was that the car pulling or something like that, but it wasn't clear. Well, you can see lots of people in a car, okay? And also this little girl called Caravel with our partners from Krakow, and of course with our partners from Ruprecht, and guided by God, we were organizing all these activities. So in that moment, city changed completely, and it was in a very short period of time, big steps were done. Okay. Jumping into the late 2000, apart from that, this is still, you can see still these stickers in the buses with the Civitas logo. There was another big key point. It was the opening of the mobility office. Okay, so it's the first step to really give personalized information, tailored information to the citizens, because in that moment the mobility office was open. As again, I have to tell you that we were maybe the first city in Spain to open a proper mobility office. It was thanks to another project, Sumovis, South West Interreg one. But it was a quite different view of giving information to the people regarding mobility. People, they go there and they are provided with the bus map, the bicycle map, how to join the bike sharing system, and so on and so on and so on. Next one. We have already have the Civita City of the Year in 2008, and we have the Energy Globe Award for the best city in terms of clean air. I was talking to my colleague and I said, oh, if Almada is saying that, I'm going to say also all our awards. And in fact, we won another award called the Clean Fleet or something like that, because we had biodiesel and natural gas. Well, what is more similar to active mobility consultation is the project that we are joining right now to start 2 actions next 3rd July, which is next week, and then the next September, okay? What is PTP? Is another intelligent energy project. Knowing that all the ASME really wants to link projects and so on. For example, we are also joining another project about bicycle called CHAMP, and another project about bicycle and bike sharing system called Velocita. So it's good because we will try to join all of them in some way. So our idea is to promote cycling, basically cycling, but also public transport, and focusing on one single area, okay? We have just produced these new maps with the PTP Cycle logo here, and all the logos that you have to put, and all the text that you have to put if you want to do marketing. That's very good, and also for your marketing here. And but the idea is going to be focused on this area, okay, which is close to the new hospital, and because we wanted a place with more or less people not very old, people not very young, with very young children. We wanted something like mid-age with independent children, so we thought that it was the area. Our target is 10,000 households, but we're talking about apartments, okay? So we are now in the process. We're going to recruit 15 students of civil engineering, which are finishing right now, and we're going to train them in August and September, and they are going to do these PTP actions with neighborhoods in September and October, okay? So saying that, I think it's going to be a good experience that we can share with you in future, because we haven't started yet, because also, as I said, the previous experiences were more focusing on proper houses, because Sustrans, the organization from UK, they are quite accustomed to do these kind of things, these campaigns. But saying that, I think we are going to be along with Tallinn in Estonia, the 2 first cities to organize this at apartments level, okay? Maybe it's easier, or maybe it's more complicated, or maybe it's impossible. I will tell you. I hope that it's going to be easier, okay? At least it's handy, because you arrive to a place and you have like 4 or 5, 6 or 8 apartments, and you can give the personalized travel planning, and maybe it's better. I don't know, I will tell you. We're going to give this as a gift. It's a transparent circle that you can put straight to the map and see how long it's going to take by walking, how long it's going to take riding, and how many kilocalories are you going to lose if you go walking or if you ride. Okay, and you can put, and the time, it's something like a little bit like this, it's a funny gift. And also the project covers something called In the Field program. So as I said to you, we're going to start next week on Thursday here, down here, and we have a stand with some rollers, and because it's mainly focusing on events. So next week is the feria here in Burgos, as I already said to you. So we're going to interview people, and we're going to give personalized information. asking for origin, destination, at what time, what are the possibilities by bus, by cycling, both, because we also, in this project, we are trying to promote intermodality, bike and bus, and also walking or wherever. And I'm sorry I forgot to include a very, very funny campaign. It was my mistake that we were doing within Nietzsche Plus with you, with Sebastian, because we were doing Super Bus, and it was a campaign for children using the public transport, and it was very funny because he was a superhero. So I will show you some, and that's all.